You have not stated your probable cause to detain us. Young versus the state of Hawaii specifies that bearing arms for lawful purposes is not a crime. We notified you that we are part of a lawful militia. United States, we have the right to peaceful journey to any state as long as we're not prohibited from bearing arms from the state that we're coming from. The initial officer that made the initial contact did not pull us over, which means you do not have probable cause. All of that has been recorded. We have body cameras. I specifically, Jamal Talib Abdullah Bey, have a body camera that has been recording the entire time. There's also records of me showing you the case law from the United States Supreme Court proving that we have not committed any crime. It's also on camera that we were not pulled over, therefore you do not have probable cause.
Therefore you infringing.
Since you do not have probable cause, legally and lawfully, you cannot detain us. We're trying to continue on our peaceful journey to our destination, to our private land. We desire to go home. You desire to go home. Please give us a ticket so that way we can show up in court and handle it in court.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I don't need it.
There are over 20 live witnesses watching this. They're able to research the decisions made by the federal court, the United States Supreme Court, Young versus the state of Hawaii, which specifies that it's no crime to bear arms. The federal laws of the United States, the right to peaceful journey, specifies that as long as our firearms are locked away, and we're not making any unnecessary stops, we have the right to peaceful journey. I notified you all that we were stopping to fuel our vehicle, and the man that was going to fuel the vehicle was not going to be armed. I also notified you that since one of your officers put their lights on, I came out to speak with him to see what the probable cause was. To which Sergeant Matthew McDevitt, I believe, specified that he didn't even know why we were stopped. The officer that stopped us never stated any probable cause. So, if you would permit, peacefully, we would like to continue on our peaceful journey to our private land, which is our constitutional right. My men are not aiming their arms at you. I hope that your men are not aiming their arms at us. You have families. We have families. We all desire to go home. Please give us a ticket so that we can handle this in court. Get behind this box. You guys are blocking traffic. We're asking you to please stop being hostile so that way we may continue on our peaceful journey. There are about 30 people witnessing this online. There will also be recording this as evidence how you guys are the aggressor. We're asking you to permit us to leave peacefully. If you need to do your job, which I'm sure you do, please give us a ticket so we can go to court. Please. What is your probable cause?
Don't need probable cause.
What am I under arrest for?
It's not.
What am I under arrest for?
Well,
Sir, according to the law, you have to state your probable cause.
A, for being a
Why did
dickhead.
the officer turn on his light and get behind us? This is live.
Hey,
You
Hornet.
have to go to court anyway. You have not stated your probable cause. For the record,
They're trying to figure out
I have this all recorded. So if anything happens and see the red record light, they try to delete anything. Just know they know what they're doing. They blocked up up there too.
For the record, on the record, by the record, get the T-shirt, record the CD.
Hey, call the local news. Hold on. Hey, call the local news.
This is violation of the United States Constitution.
Yeah, call the local news. Let them
It's a
know.
violation of our treaty.
Someone does. I see.
Treaty of peace and friendship.
No, not the treaty.
1786.
Oh,
Between Morocco
no.
and the United States.
No.
We are foreign nationals.
All right. We are.
Our flag is displayed on the back of our vehicle. We
No.
choose to continue with our peaceful journey. Please do not infringe. We can settle this in court peacefully. We're no threats to you.
Oh,
Please don't
chickens.
be a threat to us.
We're near
Oh,
the city of
chickens.
Wakefield, going 95 north. We're near mile 57. So if you're watching, please call the local news to let them know that this is going on. Please also let them know that we are not the aggressor. Please let them know that we have camera footage, so that way they can either send a helicopter, possibly, so that way they can see that we're not aiming at them, and they're probably aiming at us. We gave them the federal laws of the United States, showing them how, as an example, Young versus the state of Hawaii. The Supreme
What's on his
Court
head is the goggles with the
simply
cover
verifying
over,
what we're
so
doing, not pointing
the
at them.
doesn't get the
Simply
sand
bearing
in
arms
type
is
thing.
not a crime. Also, with the new legislation, excuse me, not new legislation, with the decision made in California with the firearms policy coalition, if I'm not mistaken, it was already ruled that the California gun ban was unconstitutional and mentioned the right to bear arms as a militia. I notified them that we are a militia and we intend to peacefully journey from where we started to our final destination, which is our private land. That's on camera, recorded. They have cameras with their red lights on. I've seen it. They then called more troopers. This is Massachusetts State Police in Danvers. Danvers, I believe. That's what Sergeant Matthew or Matt McDevlin or whatever his name is. That's what he told me. You saying this about 12 of them?
Yeah.
All right. So please, if you're watching, please call the local news to let them know that the police are being aggressive. And we tried every peaceful solution so that way we can all go home. But they're not willing to do their job, give us a ticket so that way we can go to court and present the judge with the federal laws that we're talking about. They're trying to incite violence, and we're not trying to do that. Please state what your probable cause is. You are live.
Two. Hey, bro, I think we should just load up.
All right, pay attention because they might try to come from behind us as well.
If we can get, they're trying to block both. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Help! Help! Please help! Please help! Please help! Please help! Please help! For the record, lives.
So a group of 11 men standing on a highway, dressed in military-style uniforms,
we were not pulled over. We stopped.
carrying guns, are trying to wave down
because according to the federal laws,
members of the public on the opposite freeway,
as long as we're not
going,
making any unnecessary
help,
stops,
help, help.
to ensure that we're not making any unnecessary stops.
Yeah.
We loaded our vehicles with gas containers so that we don't have to stop. We pulled over to fuel our vehicles so that we can go to the gas, so that we don't have to go to the gas station. When we stopped, one of the state police turned his lights on while we were already stopped.
We're foreign nationals.
You'll see in the body cam footage that I have that they specified no probable cause. Turn the lights on to get behind me. I asked, is there any information that I can give them so that way we can continue on our peaceful journey? They specified that as long as there's a licensed driver, which we have two, we can continue on our peaceful journey. Then they called more. They called more officers, and now they did this. We have no intentions on being violent. Please state your probable cause.
This is the part where we find. This is the part where we attempt to flee, and if we cannot believe you drop the word on their ass.
Please state your probable cause. Please state your probable cause.
We have licensed drivers.
Hey, please screen record this if you can, because they haven't stated their probable cause. We were not pulled over. We pulled ourselves over to fuel our vehicles, and then they did this. So please call the local news. No, they can't pull off because they surrounded us. Please keep your camera on me so that way they can see my hands are up. And I have a body camera right here that's been recording. It's flashing red because it's still recording. None of us are pointing our arms at them. They did this. On the body camera footage from me and them, you will see that I made every effort to give them the information that they requested, to give them the federal information that they requested, to give them the decisions made by the Supreme Courts that they requested. The Sergeant, Matthew McDelvin, or whatever his name is, told me on camera that he's going to ensure that we didn't violate any laws, and once he does that, we'll be on our way to go. Then they did this. Help! 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 Please help! They blocked off traffic from basically both directions. And then there's cars up there, and they probably lay down spikes. We have no intentions on fleeing.
He's flanking us over here in the woods now.
Please give us a ticket so that way we can go to court.
Coming up behind us in the woods on the rear.
They're in the woods.
I see him.
All right, end the video, save it. End the video and save it.
Get in the car.
Please give us a ticket so we can leave peacefully and fight this in court.
Lieutenant available to speak. Thank you. Thank you.
That one's going? Yeah.
We have no intentions on being violent. We have no intentions on being hostile. We have no intentions on being aggressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to remind you again, I served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years of my life. I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution for the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That includes respecting and enforcing decisions made by federal judges. That also includes respecting the United States Code that the Congress of the United States enacts. The Congress of the United States specifies
Watch my back behind
that
this
as
bush.
long as we
Face
are
this
not
way.
prohibited
Just watch.
from bearing arms in the state that we are coming from, we're allowed to have a peaceful journey through the other state without taking any unnecessary stops. I specified to your sergeant that we pulled over to fuel our vehicles to ensure that we were not violating federal laws by making any unnecessary stops. I also informed your sergeant that the man that I appointed to fuel the vehicle did not have any arms, because according to the federal laws, those arms had to be out of reach, locked away with the ammunition separate. Once our officer illegally pulled behind us and turned his lights on, that's when I instructed my men to get out of their vehicles so that way we can speak. I then asked for the supervisor. Your sergeant showed up. I relayed the same information. I relayed the fact that we're willing to comply. I relayed to the initial officer that we do have licensed drivers, which is what he asked for. And normally in these situations, as long as there's a licensed driver, the police just tell us to switch the driver and we can be on our merry way. But now you're saying I'm under arrest for something else, which you don't have any probable cause to pull us over anyway, because you didn't even pull us over. So I'm asking, please give us a ticket so that way we can go home to our families, you can go home to your families, and we can let the justice system of the United States of America work. That happens in court, peacefully. What am I surrendering for? What am I surrendering for? You have not stated your probable cause. You had no probable cause to turn your lights on behind us. You did not pull us over.
Besides the fact we foreign nationals.
And there's no injured party.
We have not injured anyone. I provided you information from the United States Supreme Court, which are 9 separate judges. I gave you information regarding the United States Code, which is created by Congress, who has the constitutional power to do so. The same Constitution that we took an oath to when we served in the United States Marine Corps. The same Constitution that you took an oath to when you became police officers and charged with protecting the public trust. You're violating that trust. The officer first on the scene can tell you, when I approached him with a handshake, and I said, "How are you doing? I am Jamal." That is peaceful. What you're doing is not peaceful. And we have witnesses online, plus my body cam footage and your body cam footage. You still have not stated your probable cause. I have given you case law from the United States Supreme Court, Young versus the state of Hawaii, that specifies what we're doing now is not a crime.
I'd go with domestic terrorism.
I would also like to remind you, we have no intentions of being hostile. We are simply requesting that you tell us what information we can review so that way, according to federal laws, we can continue on our peaceful journey. I would like to reiterate, it is a peaceful journey. I'd like to reiterate one more time, a peaceful journey. We are not sovereign citizens. We are not black identity extremists. And we do not hate the police. Which is why, when I approached the first gentleman, I introduced myself to him peacefully, and I gave him all the information that he required or asked of me, which is proof that we're not sovereign citizens, because sovereign citizens think that the laws don't apply to them, or we don't think that, which is why we told you we were being extra careful not to violate the peaceful journey law. You are not being peaceful with us. We're asking you to be peaceful with us. So please, if there's any information that we can give you, so that way we can get a ticket and just go to court, so we can continue on our peaceful journey, and we all get to see our loved ones, please let us know now. We're still willing to do that, and we will continue to be willing to do that. You still live, Bree?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
Yep.
All right. I would also like to remind you again that we are live, and there are several witnesses who can attest to the fact that you are being aggressive. We have body camera footage, so if you try to tamper with any evidence when we go to court, that would be prima facie evidence that you are the aggressor.
Try to share. Where we at? What's this location?
This is I-95 North, mile marker 57.
What would the sheriff be?
All you guys there on live, if you can, try to contact local news here in Massachusetts if you can. Let them know that they have foreign nationals under duress on I-95, mile marker 57.4. Okay, I-95 North, 57.
So foreign nationals, there's your
Shut down the highway. They shut it down. It's just us and them.
You guys are currently in violation of the Constitution of the United States of America and in violation of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between Morocco and the United States.
Yeah.
Somebody go out there, help him hold it.
Our two countries have a treaty of peace and friendship. We're trying to maintain the peace.
Omar. Hold on. Just 'cause
Who hung up?
Please let us know when your attendant arrives.
Who hung
I
up?
apologize. You alive? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna reach in my pocket for my cell phone.
We are foreign nationals. You are violating the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. And you are violating the Constitution.
Can you invite me to your live?
Because we're under duress.
You still live? You still getting comments?
It's not showing up on my screen. They might be blocking me.
Our two countries have a peace and friendship treaty. I'm asking you to please tell us what information you need from us to resolve this peacefully, so that way we can go on our journey and go to court. I've also asked several times, what is your probable cause? You have not stated any probable cause. I also brought up how you also have body cam footage, as well as I do, of how we were pulled over, not by your officers, but because we had to refuel our vehicles. Once your officer pulled us over without any probable cause,
Hey, yo!
we got out to ask what the situation was.
I see it right there in the bush.
I asked him what the probable cause was.
I see him. Yeah, I see him.
For us to get stopped. He said, "I don't know. He does not know. Because we were not pulled over. Why you not?" That is on camera. That is documented. We have no intention to be hostile with you. We hope that you understand with us. We are not sovereign citizens. We are abiding by federal laws. Sovereign citizens do not believe that the law applies to them. We know that laws apply to us. This is why we're telling you we have a treaty. We're also telling you that the federal laws of the United States and decisions made by federal judges of the United States Supreme Court have ruled over and over and over again that what we're doing is not a crime. I'm trying to reassure to you that we have no intention
are not sovereign citizens. We are not black identity extremists. We are foreign nationalists. Foreign nationalists. This is the flag of the country that we belong to.
If any of you can get in contact with me.
Foreign nationalists.
Try to go up, come back up. No answer. Get the invite.
We are foreign nationals. These guys are currently in violation of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship and the Constitution for the United States of America. Never giving us probable cause. It's the law. It's the law, man. We're not breaking the law. We're upholding the law. Hopefully this is the lieutenant.
Where?
We are American citizens, not United States citizens. Hey, the lieutenant. Woo-hoo. Wait, it's the lieutenant. I think this may be the lieutenant.
Another vehicle arrived. Might be the lieutenant.
Oh, is the lieutenant on the scene? Has the lieutenant arrived? We are not trying to be hostile. We have no desire to be hostile. We are not anti-government. We are not anti-police. We are not sovereign citizens. We are not black identity extremists.
Morocco!
Morocco! This is Morocco!
I'm Morocco. All right, wait. Let them ask the questions. We'll just give them a direct answer.
Yes, Morocco! Yes!
Yes.
Foreign nationals!
Please respect our treaty.
I would like to reassure you again that we are not sovereign citizens, we are not black identity extremists, we are not anti-government. Our nation, which our flag is right here, has a treaty with your government. I would also like to reassure you that we were being extra careful to not violate the federal laws of the United States. The federal laws of the United States specify that as long as we are not prohibited from bearing arms in the state that we are coming from, we have the right to peaceful journey through the state as long as we are not making any unnecessary stops. So, to ensure that we are not making any unnecessary stops, we have gas tanks full of fuel so that way we can pull over, fuel our vehicles without having to stop and alert or alarm the public. We did that. We attempted to do that. One of your officers, after we were already pulled over, turned on his light. I then instructed my men to get out peacefully. I greeted your man with a handshake and introduced myself. I then asked for the sergeant or the shift supervisor, and I was given the sergeant.